So now let's go ahead and jump into our rookie of the years, man. I guess I'll start this one out. Hey, I felt like the game had been missing this type of portion for a little bit. I mean, we was without it, and I don't see why his influence ain't in more songs than as it is. And that's 50 Cent what we talking about. But the album is Pop Smoke, and if you listen to that Pop Smoke album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. I mean, you can definitely hear the 50 influence that he have on there. And I think 50 executive produced the album. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
50 executive produced the album. And man, this was like refreshing, a new artist. Unfortunately, we all know Pop Smoke died this year as well, but you can tell like this guy was going to be well on his way if that didn't happen. And this album will go down as one of those like just 2020 remembrance type albums for me as well. He had some great either radio play or deep cuts on the album, which was For the Night, Yeah, The Woo, West Coast, and then Enjoy Yourself are the ones that I particularly liked off the album. But dang, I felt like this guy he was if he just kept improving that sound. He was so young too, like at the time too. And yeah, he definitely would have made a good career, in my opinion, in the game if that hadn't happened this year.
Yeah.
So
I think.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't know. Am I next?
Yeah. You next.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say Pop Smoke. I got two because I figured Pop Smoke would be. So Pop Smoke, definitely. And I personally, I think Meet the Woo 2 is better than Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Although I do love Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. But I think I've never seen somebody. You know how people pass away early and they kind of get the legendary status, and some people deserve it and some people don't. And I think that with Pop, like he's 20. But I really think his sound is going to be an umbrella for people for like 5 or 6 years from now. I honestly think that because just listen to how music is like starting to transform. You starting to hear them kind of tracks from everybody's album, and that's going to develop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
with respect to Chicago, because he took a little bit of drill.
He took drill. Yeah, the drill.
And then he has the New York aspect to it, and they created.
It's a blend of Chicago and London. Is what New York drill is. If you listen to London, that bass line is the same. It's a blend, but it's still New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Pop Smoke's from Chicago, and I don't think he's.
No, it's the lingo. It's the lingo.
So it's like, and I think even though they did it, and Chicago has its own drill, I think that sound is credit to Pop because Pop kind of put it to a forefront, and now you're seeing like a lot of artists kind of using that umbrella and platform but I just don't think anybody's going to ever create the ambience that he did on it. And so I think his status is going to transcend this year for sure. And I hate that happened. I actually, it's funny enough, I think I talked about this on the last one we did, but I caught Meet the Woo 2. He had just dropped that the day before he passed. And so it was like a week before, right a week before. So I listened to it. And that morning, I seen he had got shot, and I was like, "What the hell?" So it's such that happened. But my rookie of the year, Larry June. I know people was talking about my top list, about him being my top artist on my top list, but clearly he had to make my rookie of the year because I feel like he had a fantastic year.
He dropped like 6 projects.
Yeah, and he let us crazy.
And this is one that he did not forget to let us know about. He told us every time
Larry June dropped. But look, I do the one of his EPs was left out of my EP. That was left out of my EP list, but it was in the top 5. If we had a top 5, he would have been in my top 5 because the one with Cooking Soul. I love anything Cooking Soul does. I do mess with it.
My favorite one from him is Burner, the one he did with Burner. I'm not even a big Burner fan, but that shit was.
Yeah, dope, I still got to catch up to most of them. I know I listened to 2. The one with the car in the album.
Yeah, Cruising USA.
I like Cruising USA, and I like the one with the oranges.
Yeah.
Pause. I love that orange.
Oh, funny.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's Larry June. I think, I just think this was his year. You know what I mean? Now he's going forward. He's going to be in the brackets where Currency and, them underground cats that kind of stay in that round, he going to be there. Don Kennedy type, you know what I mean? He going to be with them throughout. And this was the year that broke him there. So.
Yeah. Okay, Cash.
All right, man. I didn't struggle with this one. I went back to it because I'm thinking if I still feel the same way after, of course, I slowly dwindled on listen to it because it came out last December. But this dude's music, I've lived with an entire year. And I got to say that's the definition of a rookie of the year. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did one project. And then he just recently had a quote, and I forgot what he said, but it basically was speaking to stuff being less is more with him. So he wants to basically live through his music or live life and then drop another album because it was so successful. And who am I talking about? That's Roddy Ricch.
I don't know, but
that's Roddy Ricch. That's Roddy Ricch.
Okay.
Roddy, please excuse me for being antisocial. It did not make our list last year because it came out so recently, similar to the Kid Cudi that I'm sure we're going to get into when we discuss albums of the year. But I feel like if this album was that impactful and he did Tiny Desk, he did all these different cool little things in regards to this album. And he was on a lot of features similar to Lil Baby, which was one of my, well, he's not a rookie anymore. You know what I mean? Which you guys told me in pre-production. So anyway. But for me, man, Roddy Ricch, the album stood the test of time for an entire year. I listened to it today and it further cemented that he's the rookie of the year for me.
Yeah, less is more. That's what Jay Electronica tried to give you, but you still say that's wrong.
Don't slide him in here. Don't slide him in. But that Roddy was hard. Almost every song on there is a vibe, man. Like I agree. I just like it.
I didn't put it in mind because I still counted him as last year. I mean, I know it was in the year. But yeah, I think
because we talked it up last year on last year's rapper. We talked it up but nobody put it in. But we all said, "Yo, look out for him in 2020." Mm-hmm. But he did his thing in 2020. That album,
he didn't really have to do much else. He carried him the whole year.
Yeah, the album carried. He ain't have to drop again. He ain't have to keep reminding us. No, his shit stood the test of time, and that album did numbers as well. So he kind of captured all the different arenas, in my opinion, like to have a solid debut album. So he is
really talented, though. Roddy really talented. Man.
Yeah,
he gonna take He gonna be here for a while.
Yeah. So, fellas, I know I told you we had other categories to go to, but I mean, this is YouTube and people attention spans are short. So I think this would be a nice point to break, and let's come back with the other two segments. So we say we're going to give you 4. We may end up giving you 5 or 6 now. So let's go ahead. If you're liking what we're doing right now, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button. And like I said, you can find all our content, or you can communicate with us. I'm pretty sure Cash got it written down here somewhere where you can find each and every last one of us. Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast, which is me and Cash, myself, Mr. President Cash. And then we got Iggy's Loudmouth podcast. Iggy, I'll let you plug your stuff real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, Iggy's Loudmouth podcast, all together on Instagram. Follow me, Iggy's Loudmouth podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. Anywhere you get podcasts. And yeah, man, if you like good content, you're looking for content you normally don't get in the podcast, holla at me. I got you.
For sure. Hey, yo, fellas, man, we'll be right back with the final installment, the final segment, man. This is gonna be a good one. If y'all sticking around for this video, definitely go check our next video wherever it's at.
Yeah,
YouTube land, or if you're listening, just wait.
Yeah.